What's up, guys? Matt Brown here for thelines.com, playpicks.com. I'm going to talk to you about Monday Night Football between the Vikings and the Bears. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. Be the first to know whenever we go live with anything. Go ahead and give us a thumbs up on this video, and then let us know in the comment section how you plan on playing Monday Night Football tonight. Did not see Sunday Night Football coming. We'll fully admit that was a little bit of a stinger there. That was pretty shocking. We got the props right. Didn't get the read on the side right at all. Total was okay as well. So overall, I think we did okay, but did not see the Ravens completely laying an egg like that. Try to get it back here on Monday night. Full written breakdown over here on the lines. I'll pop this up so you can read along. Look, on the injury side of things in this one, the Bears are going to be without John Jenkins. They're going to be without Shedrick McManus. They're going to be without David Montgomery and Mitchell Trubisky, all out. Jason Spriggs, Allen Robinson, Cole Kmet, Barkevious Mingo, all questionable. That said, as far as Allen Robinson being the biggest name on there, looks like he is going to be able to go. Irv Smith is out for the Vikings. When we look at these teams, Vikings actually net yards per play, 6th overall in the league. The Bears, 22nd. I don't think we need to talk about how bad this Bears offense has been, but hey, let's go ahead and do that. Anyway, offense, if you look at their blocking, Pro Football Focus, run blocking 22nd, pass blocking 31st. If you look at their offense DVOA, pass offense 25th, rush offense 31st, third down percentage 31st, yards per play 31st. So this is just a really, really bad and inefficient offense here. As far as the pace of this game, though, it should be pretty slow. The Vikings situation neutral pace 28th, the Bears situation neutral pace 26th. So both of these teams are pretty deliberate whenever they have the ball. Shockingly enough, the Vikings offense has been, and I'll scroll a little bit for you to read along, has actually been fairly good, at least by the metrics here from a run standpoint. Pass standpoint, not so much, but rush offense is actually number one overall DVOA out there. And I mean, listen, yards per play, they're way up there. Just the pass offense hasn't been all that efficient. But listen, this team is best whenever they're just running the ball and they're not asking Kirk Cousins to do a ton, right? So, I mean, the fact that that's what they do well is good for them, because if Kirk Cousins has to do too much, then that's not going to be a winning formula for this team at all. Really, when we look on the defensive side of the ball, this is where things get a little interesting. Vikings defense is, listen, no pass rush whatsoever, 30th in pass rush rank. Their defense, middling, rush defense 19th, pass defense 13th, according to DVOA. Rush defense at Pro Football Focus, they actually have it worse, down at 22nd. So, like, the Bears should be able to have some success, despite the fact that their offense has been so bad. They're at least getting a pretty good landing spot here in this Vikings defense, the plus tons of injuries out there as well, just over the course of the season for this Vikings team. The Bears defense still playing pretty darn good. I mean, top 7 in both pass and rush defense DVOA. Their pass rush is 6th overall. Coverage rank is 10th. So the defense is actually getting it done for this Vikings defense. And so we kind of look at one of these things where we have two slow teams. We have a defense that plays really well in the Vikings. We have an offense, at least a rush offense in the Vikings, that's one of the best in the league, the very best if you look at the ratings. Could be kind of an interesting, which would lead us here to, let's go ahead and look at these lines, 3.5, 43.5, 3.5, 44 here at FanDuel, and then 3.5, 43.5 over here at BetMGM. So let's make a case for the over of 43.5. The case for the over would be that this Bears offense wakes up against, like I said, a middling defense. This Vikings defense has not been that great. So could this Bears team actually find some signs of life against this Vikings defense, which again has not played very well so far throughout the course of the season? That said, a little bit better here over the last few weeks. If that's the case, look, I expect the Vikings to score at least a couple of times here on this good Bears defense. I don't think it's necessarily going to be any sort of high scoring game at all, but can this Bears team find the end zone against one of the softer defenses they played here lately? The under, if you're looking to play the under in this thing, I think the under is pretty clear. two incredibly slow-paced teams. The Vikings are best when they run the ball, so they need to continue to run the ball to be successful, or they're going to be in trouble against this Bears team. They have to run the ball successfully. The other thing is the Bears' just ineptitude on offense, right? I mean, if you look at the under, if you're looking at the underlook, the first thing that comes to mind is just the fact that the Bears' offense has been completely inept. Whenever you look at all those, where they stack up against all these other teams out there, you just know right off the bat, you see just how bad that this offense has been, and there's really no reason to think that it's just going to overnight get any better. And it's Nick Foles' team. I mean, as we mentioned, Trubisky's out, so he didn't even have the option of playing in this game. So if you want an underlook on that, as far as player props go, coming down here, I find this pretty interesting that Foles is sitting at 270.5. Look, maybe they just completely abandon the run. David Montgomery is out for this game. I mean, maybe they completely abandon the run and just pass every down out there. But I mean, Allen Robinson is at least a little nicked up, right? I mean, he's expected to go, but he's at least a little nicked up. He's not 100%. 270.5 seems like a really rich number on Nick Foles. Certainly would be looking at the under on that one, like pretty heavily, I think. The other thing that I was looking at on here as well is right here at receiving yards. The over 16.5 on Dalvin Cook. I think that we can look pretty comfortably there. I don't think that this Vikings team is going to go to the air often at all, but this could be, basically just, one catch for Dalvin Cook, or 1.5 catches for Dalvin Cook to get over the 16.5 there. So definitely like that look from the player prop standpoint. But listen, not much other player props. You can see it's pretty limited menu just because there's just not a lot of players that are big cogs in either one of these offenses, right? So it's just like it's pretty slim when it comes to what the offerings are as far as the player prop market goes. As far as the game line, guys, look, I think that whenever you are getting more than a field goal at home with this Bears team, as bad as they have been, I think you got to give that a look. When this thing was at 2.5, I was all over the Vikings. I actually have the Vikings in my account at 2.5. But this thing's moved through the key number of 3 all the way to 3.5. And at that point, when you're getting more than a field goal at home against what it should be a very low, I mean, look, the total says it, right? I mean, it's a low scoring game. So it's indicating that neither one of these teams is going to run away from the other, And so, I think looking at this, more than a field goal here for the Bears is you hold your nose and kind of put it in your account. I mean, it's not fun. The team doesn't really excite you all that much, but I think this is the way that we have to kind of look at this game when you're getting more than a field goal with this team at home. I imagine another very popular thing will probably be the Bears and under same game teaser. That correlates very well. Again, slow paced game, low scoring game. And then you take this and you move this up to, 9.5, and then you move this up to under 50. And everything correlates, as far as that goes. So, low scoring game, getting a bunch of points. That's how you would, play with that. So, look, not one of the games that I'm going to have a ton of action on, to be perfectly honest with you here. You probably either. No real huge discernible difference between these two teams. When it comes to everything outside of the rush offense for the Vikings, and then the overall defensive play from the Bears. But I mean, it all kind of cancels out in this thing. I'll take the 3 and a hook and hold my nose and hope that it actually gets home. But again, small play for me, more for entertainment, for just having something on the Monday night game here. Full written breakdown over here at the lines, guys, if you want to take a look and see what they have to say over there as far as their breakdown. And of course, go ahead and give us a thumbs up. Go ahead and give us a like on this video and subscribe to the channel. And then let us know in the comments how you're playing the game. And hell, go ahead and predict the exact score of the game and put, Vikings 27, Bears 56. And if you predict the exact same score, if you predict the exact score for the game, we'll ship you an Amazon gift card. So how about that? We'll make Monday night a little bit more fun for you. You got to be a subscriber though. You got to like the video, and of course you'll already be commenting because that's how you'll get the thing in the. That's how you get your entry in anyway in the comment section. So appreciate it, guys. Really do. Thank you for supporting the channel. As always, good luck on all your bets Monday Night Football.